We all want to believe in the road trip fantasy, an open road, an opportunity for self-discovery and a time for freedom, without any doubts or fears of the future to hold us back. They promise us an adventure, an escape from the mundane nature of everyday life, full of obstacles to help us realize our true potential and really live life to the fullest. Road movies tend to focus solely on the journey, but what happens when these journeys come to an end, when the destination is finally reached? Y Tu Mamá También begins like any classic road movie. The three protagonists, Julio, Tenoch, and Luisa, set off across rural Mexico in search of the Boca del Cielo, a beach not believed to be real, where the name, translated as Heaven's Mouth, seemingly promising escape. However, as this aimless journey unfolds, the film gradually strips away at the comfort that the genre usually provides. The road remains, but it leads somewhere far more complicated, towards shifting relationships, uncomfortable truths, and disillusionment. Having been set against a backdrop of political unrest and class tension, the film confronts inequality and privilege with a rare honesty, challenging this illusion that personal freedom exists outside the social and economic realities shaping the journey. With that in mind, I visited the Albany in Deptford to see an exhibition on Latin American migration, which should offer another lens on movement, one shaped by necessity, not escape, and invites reflection on the deeper costs and meanings of every journey. It is 9:40 a.m. I'm just outside the Albany where I'll be attending an exhibition called Islands of the South. In this exhibition, participants are showcasing their Latin American identity by relating their personal experience with migration and contrasting it with their experiences in London. Through attending this exhibition, I hope to connect the real-life experiences with migration that the participants had, showcased through the various elements of their installation, with the film Y Tu Mamá También, bringing light to the real perception of what it means to be on the road, which is far off from the Hollywood idealized representation of it. As soon as I entered the exhibition in the Albany, I was immediately surrounded by all the textile works on display, which were handmade by the participants. There was cloth hung from the balconies. There were varying fabrics in layered patterns which were overlapping on the walls. It seemed like each piece was reaching out to me, trying to convey a fond memory from the past. There were also portraits framed between the cloths, close-ups of the faces of the participants, with every expression communicating a different emotion. In one corner, there were headphones connected to a screen of a virtual version of those framed portraits, offering the voices of the participants in their native languages, sharing childhood anecdotes and what it means to live far from home. One piece in particular that stood out to me was a colourful cloth hung on a balcony, which had handwritten quotes in different languages. One in particular stood out to me, saying, "And this hurts a lot, but it's like starting to build my little piece of Chile here, and this is beautiful." It reframed the road entirely, not as freedom or escape, but as something heavier, something endured. I've just come out of the Albany. I really liked the exhibition. It was very nice, it was very intimate, and the people I talked to were really nice as well. They helped offer more of an insight into the lives and the experiences of the participants, and it really helped me to connect deeper with these experiences that are shown through the installation. There was a lot of variety. It wasn't just limited to like visual stuff. I ended up listening to some stories of the participants and how they felt of leaving their country and their experience with migration. So it really felt like you could resonate with it a lot more. Having walked through the exhibition at the Albany, what struck me most wasn't just the stories of movement or migration. It was also the emotional weight that they carried. Each image and each story was carefully picked to reveal a sense of something lost on the way, whether it be childhood, a part of their home, or innocence. It reminded me that not all journeys are about arrival. Many of them are just about what's left behind. This stayed with me as I returned to Y Tu Mamá También, and especially when rewatching the scene where the three protagonists sit on the beach, coincidentally also called Boca del Cielo. This beach, which once seemed like a promised land of freedom, becomes a symbol of something else entirely. There's no grand revelation, there's no closure, there's just silence. This illusion of escape dissolves, and the characters come to understand that their journey was never really about a beach at all, because the beach at the end of the film isn't a destination, it's a farewell. What started as a meaningless journey ended as a way of cherishing those last moments before adulthood, before everything changed. This quiet sense of ending seeps into their lives after the road trip, as shown by the final scene, where Julio and Tenoch meet for the last time in a cafe. That closeness that they once shared has vanished. There's no spark, there's no warmth. They're just engaging in mindless small talk. And there's a silence there that says more than either of them can. Whatever they had, whatever the journey meant,
it's behind them.
Ito Mamá También reminds us that not all roads lead to clarity. Some lead to distance, some lead to silence, and some are only meant to be travelled once, never to be retraced, leaving us with the quiet understanding that the road was never meant to last forever. And this is beautiful too.